Good morning! It's way too early to be up, literally. But I do spend most of my days recently getting up and going to the gym in the morning. I'm gonna put a video out on that. I'm very excited. So this morning was a 6 a.m. workout and I got my sweat on and I was ready to take on the day. I need to go shower. So I just barely showered and we are gonna go upstairs and do my makeup. I'm not gonna show you guys my full makeup routine just because I have a few other videos on that. If you guys want an updated one, I can always give you an updated one. But just know that some days I tend to do more makeup, some days I tend to do a little bit less. I find if I have a new client, which I do have today, then I want to feel very, very put together. I want to feel very secure in the way that I look because I really want people to just take me seriously as a professional hairstylist. It's a little bit daunting. You want them to think that you're going to give them the best hair of their life, and I want people to feel very, very confident when I walk in to know that I will be the one doing that for them. Blush. Makeup is done. The hair is needing to be brushed yet again, as we can all see, because it's a little messy. I have an hour before my shift starts. For my lunch today, I'm gonna cook up some vegetables on the stove, and then I'm going to make, there's like these chicken broccoli cheese things that you put in the air fryer. So I'm gonna make one of those. I'm just gonna put it in a little box and then we'll take that to lunch. So while that stuff cooks, we are gonna go and choose an outfit. When I'm picking an outfit, I'm always thinking of what are you doing for work that day? Today I have 2 colors and 1 haircut, so I don't want to wear anything white because I don't want to stain it. I feel like white stuff stains so easily, so let's choose an outfit together. I want to do something comfortable, TMI, but I know I'm getting my period soon, so I don't want it to be too light colored. Nothing like, probably not some light blue jeans either. We are going to wear this green button-up top with this black overall dress, probably some tights, and then I'm thinking we're gonna do some combat boots. I haven't worn these ones in a while, so I'm ready. Okay, let's change. Okay, this is the outfit. So I do not have the shoes on already because I'm still cooking lunch, so I'm gonna bring these downstairs and we will go check on the food. Ooh, all the vegetables have fallen apart so far. So the rest of the time that I get ready for work, I'm just finishing making my lunch. Maybe if I have extra time, I'll kind of read a book or edit a YouTube video on my phone, just do easy things until I have to go. And then we strap on our shoes and we are headed out the door. My work is literally a 3-minute drive. It is so easy to get there. Hello. Somebody brought donuts to work today, which was the best surprise of the morning. So obviously I chose the sprinkle one because it just looked gorgeous and it tasted so good. Actually, I used to not like donuts, you guys. Can you believe that? Like, I deprived myself for years. The first thing that I like to do when I get to work is just set up my station. So I'll take all my combs out of the barber side, which is the disinfectant that I put them in, make sure they're all clean, ready to go. My first client today is kind of a favorite of mine, and we are doing a color on her hair, just a really quick touch up. So I'm bringing out my pintail combs, hair clips, my scissors, just get really set up for everything. And then I go ahead and I plug in all of my hot tools, make sure those are all ready to go. I actually rarely use my straightener, but I always plug it in because you never know. It'll be like one person that wants it. And I had a little bit of time to kill before my client was coming in. So now you're just gonna see me doing some cleaning stuff around the salon. Obviously I'm filming all this today, but this would happen day to day. Just me and the other hairstylist kind of all pitch in together and we do laundry, we sweep, we wipe things down. And you don't see video clips of this, but in between we also do just chat a whole lot. It's like just hanging out all day with your friends. You just chat at work. It's a great time. Another thing that our salon is known for, or I guess one thing it's known for, is our coffee bar. So I'm basically half hairstylist, half barista. Here I am making a caramel macchiato for the girl behind me. It's one of my coworkers' clients. And I made it with oat milk and no whipped cream. So we're basically Starbucks is what I'm trying to say. And then after I wash the dishes from that, I am gonna go ahead and just warm up my lunch and eat that before my first client of the day gets here. Basically, I eat my lunch whenever at work. Whenever I find a spare moment and I'm feeling a little hungry, I'll eat it up. Then I am gonna get set up for my first client of the day. We love her. Her and her husband own their own business called Bigler Custom Carpentry. You guys should really check them out if you are looking for any kind of epoxy boards, or their specialty is epoxy knives. This sounds like an ad, but really, I'm just so impressed by this lady. She is so driven. Her and her husband are so talented and motivated. And we literally hung out with them last week, one-on-one, like outside of the salon. So I am so thankful that my job gave me an opportunity to meet this wonderful lady. Anyways, let's talk about her hair. So we basically do a mix of highlights on her hair every single time. Today we are doing what I just call a really mini session. So it's going to take us about 2 hours, and we just touch up the blonde around her hairline area. We touch up the blonde in her crown and just basically make her feel like she's a full out blonde without doing that full entire process. Because number one, hair costs money, and number two, time is money. So we try and do it quick and as beautiful as possible. Then I'm letting her sit and I'm just rinsing out all of my bowls, cleaning them up because I hate leaving dirty bowls around. It is the biggest ick for me when other people do it. No offense if my coworkers are watching this. So I just try and do that every time. And then throughout the service, I just check in on my clients, make sure they're feeling good. I check a few foils to see how they're lifting. Most of the time, the first time around when I go and check, they are not going to be done yet. So you put that towel back on, let the natural heat sink in, and wait to rinse them out. And after what feels like forever, it is finally time to rinse. When I rinse out my client's hair, I always rinse it out in sections. So I start with where I foiled first. That is what I will be rinsing first. Just that way, there's no hair that gets compromised. It's all going to be kind of rinsed at the same pace that it was put in. And I just feel like it gives me some more control over the hair at the sink, because I feel like sometimes at the sink, you're like, okay, hot mess express. They're just laying down. Their hair is everywhere. What do I do? And I feel like over these past 3 years of doing hair, I've kind of just developed my own little method, my own little quirks, and I work those into literally every single service. Bonnie's hair lifts amazing, like literally unreal. And we do some gray blending on her. Shh, don't tell anybody. But yeah, we just camouflage in her natural hair color with this blonde to give her as bright of a blonde as possible. Here you can see I'm mixing up the toner that we use. In case anyone's wondering, I use a 10 GV on her. I just think it looks really, really beautiful. And she lifts to a level 10, baby. 10 out of 10. So with toners, I always have to tell my clients, this is going to feel so cold on your scalp because it is that gel base. And I've had a few people go, woo, like, I didn't expect that. And then I'm like, shoot, Brittany, you need to start telling people. So literally, I don't care if it's your 10th appointment with me, your 51st appointment with me, or your first appointment. I will tell you, hey, by the way, just so you know, this is going to feel a little bit cold on your scalp. And most of my clients are like, oh yeah, I know. We've done this before. But I'll tell you every time, I owe all of my clients transparency at every single appointment. You will see it was a little bit yellowy before when we pulled it. And by the time we're done this gloss, it's going to be that beautiful blonde color. We also include a hot towel with every appointment. I feel like it just adds some relaxation. It really doesn't do anything for your hair. It just makes you feel all good. And then we dry it and we head back to the chair. Oh, I forgot. My infamous towel wrap that some of my coworkers make fun of me for because it's kind of like a ponytail. And I've slightly realized I should learn to wrap differently because it still drips on all of my clients' shoulders every single day. So, free laundry wash. Not me literally soaking her entire cape. I'm running over with the towel, like, let me get that off, and making sure that her back didn't get soaking wet. You guys, I've had such a problem with that recently. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've been doing this for a few years, and now all of a sudden I'm soaking people's backs. But luckily for me, it wasn't too bad for Bonnie. And then we look into the mirror, look at her hair, and we're like, oh, blonde again. Perfect. Just remember, if you were getting your hair done, it always looks darker when it's wet. My camera did die, so you guys didn't really see me drying it and everything, but this is just us giving her a little trim, making sure it looks all good. And then she was going to go for a jog after this. Normally, we would either curl or straighten, but today she's just hitting the road with hair that has just been blow dried. So once I'm done Bonnie's hair, bye Bonnie, I will miss you, I clean up my full station and just get ready for my next appointment. My next appointment is actually a children's cut, and I'm not filming that one for obvious reasons, but I kind of set up, I have this little seat that they sit on, so they're a little bit taller, a cute, colorful cape, and we actually ended up talking about Fortnite for almost his whole appointment. So I feel like once you get kids talking about stuff that they actually love, they are way more comfortable, and it's way easier to cut their hair. He was probably like 8, so he was pretty easy anyways, but little pro tip for all you guys out there. My third client, I also did not know, so I was a little bit anxious to film a consultation or any of that stuff. I didn't want her to think I'm a weirdo. So while I did her consultation, I asked her, hey, can I film me coloring your hair? And she said yes. So we are taking her from a dimensional brunette to more of a solid brunette, something that's kind of the similar color to her roots. Her roots naturally are about a level 6, so I decided to do a level 6, 7 in Evo because our Evo color line is permanent and it does tend to pull a little bit darker once you put it on the hair. So as you can see, she has also some wavy coarse hair, so I had to mix up over 100 grams of color. It was a lot. And I sectioned her hair into 4, and I start at the roots, and then I pull it all the way down, all the way, and make sure the hair strand is fully saturated. Because the worst thing that can happen is you do their whole entire head, and then all of a sudden you miss a little spot, and then you just fix it. Because I'm a fixer, it's what we do. While she's processing, I'm inputting all of her color into the system, just so I don't have to do that later. And then it's time to rinse. Woo-woo! And you can see she is solid dark, baby. It is a whole new head of hair. And then we are going to trim it up a little bit, make sure it's all even. I forget how much we took off at the beginning, but we did take off some hair at the beginning, and now I'm just cleaning it up. We added a little bit more face frame, just made her feel super, super fresh. I feel like haircutting is one part that I expected that I would be like, oh yeah, I like it. But honestly, I love it. It is such a big change to get a little bit more of a face frame or a little bit more of a bang. And you just make people feel, I can't even talk. You make people feel really, really good about themselves with like the smallest tweaks in their haircut. I think it's so cool. Also, why does my hair look so bad from the back right now? Just that tiny little piece hanging down? Ugh. It is time to blow dry, which, not gonna lie, blow drying her hair took quite a while because, like I said, it is a thick head of hair, but I'm so jealous. She has insane natural volume, and I told her as much. I always compliment my clients on their hair because, number one, you have to. You're their hairstylist. And number two, if I think a compliment about anybody, I will say it to them. Even if I see some random girl in the street, if I like her outfit, I'm complimenting it every single day. So I'm actually leaving early for my shift today. It's a nice little short day. We're celebrating my mom's birthday tonight, so I ended up cleaning my whole station after my last client left. I unplugged all my cords because I don't want to be the reason that the salon gets a fire started in there. And I wipe down my chair, I sweep up everything, I take all my products back. I think I already said that. Oops. Voiceovers are hard, guys. Super hard. And then, yeah, I just make sure everything is set up so I don't have to do basically anything the next day. And I could just come in, quickly set up my station, and be good to go. The Queen Sophia is going to make an appearance. We literally love her. She is one of our evening receptionists. And she's also one of the reasons why I keep on doing my YouTube channel. Honestly, all my coworkers are so supportive. And it's so embarrassing at first to tell people that you're putting yourself on the internet. But then they're loving it. So I am not embarrassed anymore. I grab my lunch from the fridge, and then we are headed outside of work. And I say all my goodbyes to all my coworkers, and then we head out the door. And that's my full day. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me. It's been a good one.